Good morning, everybody. This is Tyler's Talking Sports. If this is your first time tuning in, we're so glad to have you here. My name is Tyler Hess. On the other side of the mic, my brother from another mother, Tyler Castle. You'll meet him in a few minutes, and I think you'll like him. If this is your first time tuning in, you got to know what you're listening to. Here at Tyler's Talking Sports, we cover college football, we cover college basketball, we cover college baseball. You name it in the college world, we're talking about it. From breaking news to big games to new coaching hires to kids entering the transfer portal, we cover it all. So, if you love what you're listening to and you love this episode, be sure to find us on all major podcasting platforms. Find us on social media. We're on Twitter. We're on Facebook. Be sure to give us a follow and a like there. We're also on YouTube and TikTok, but on YouTube, be sure to give us a subscribe, because when you do, that allows you to get exclusive content that nobody else gets that's not subscribed to us. When you subscribe to us on YouTube, you get exclusive access to our 10-minute episodes that we drop weekly throughout the week. Plus, our 2 episodes we drop every Monday and Thursday at 6 a.m. You're not going to want to miss any of the content we have, and we appreciate you guys being here, and we hope you enjoy the episode.
This episode is brought to you by Next Level Fitness Club in Lebanon, Virginia. 1806 East Main Street, Lebanon, Virginia, 24266. They are a 24/7 gym facility, 24/7 tanning. They also offer certified personal training and certified functional fitness classes to fit all needs. If you're in the market for a gym membership, this is a great place to hit up. Hit up Ethan, Tyler, or Jordan at any of their numbers, and check out their website at www.nextlevelfitnessclub276.com.
This episode is brought to you by Little's Lawn Care. Little's Lawn Care is the all-you-need lawn care people. You need your yard mowed, you need your leaves blowed out of your yard, you need your gutters cleaned out, contact Little's Lawn Care at 276-698-5104. Again, that number is 276-698-5104. You can text them and you can call him. His name is Brandon Little. He's an incredible person, and be sure you let him know that Tyler sent you.
And we're live! Season 3, Episode 13, Gator Chomp, baseball bats, left turns, and NIL money.
Ooh, long title.
Happy Monday morning. Welcome to Tyler's Talking Sports. If it's your first time here, we sure do appreciate having you. On the other side of the mic, my brother from another mother, Tyler Hess, and myself, Tyler Castle, bringing you Tyler's Talking Sports. It's been a minute, guys. We're glad to be back. Sorry about the delay last week. Had some family stuff pop up. Didn't really expect that, kind of unexpected. Can't help how things went, but we're here. We're back, recording this episode.
Glad to be back.
Glad to be back. Glad to be back. Hopefully y'all are glad we're back as well. How are things going this week, Hess?
Well, as far as my work week, it's went through a bunch of training. Took a new role on at Paramount. No free shout-outs. Start that tomorrow.
No free shout-outs to my workplace.
Yeah, I'll start that tomorrow. New schedule for me. I will work.
Let's hear that new schedule.
6:30 to 3:30.
Nice. Off early in the evening so you can go play 9 holes, folks.
Yep. So I can get home, mow my yard, whatever else I got to do before baseball gets going. Learning a new thing, but taking a leadership role on the floor, but still doing my same job in my office. So that's going to be interesting.
What's up?
Yeah. Other than that, week wasn't bad. Got to watch the Masters week, so you can't complain about that. No baseball this week. Everything got rained out here in Southwest Virginia, so we had
cold this week too. That's probably a blessing.
Yeah, I had no baseball. Other than that, man, really not much excitement this week. Just kind of a drawback, but a laid back kind of week. What about you? I know you had some stuff go on outside of the family stuff.
Very busy week. I was very tired Friday. Went back to work Friday.
Glad to see you back to work.
Yeah, I was back to work Friday. I took Wednesday, Thursday off. Like I said, I had a lot of family stuff going on, but that wore me out. I had, just me and Hudson on Thursday, and then Friday went back to work, and I about fell asleep in my office chair. That's how tired I was, which is, I never take naps, guys, so that's like saying I'm pretty tired. So, but I didn't take a nap. We stuck with it. We popped a Zen, and we just kept on working. That's how we do it. But this weekend's been pretty.
I sleep with Zens now.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, I just put them in and go to sleep.
I can't do that. I probably choke.
But yeah, I don't do that.
Pretty laid back weekend. Had some birthday stuff to do. Father-in-law birthday party today and stuff. So that was good.
Happy birthday to the father-in-law.
Happy birthday, Danny. Had my cheat meal today, so that was nice. That's always good to look forward to. Pretty laid back. Going to mow for my uncle tomorrow. So got that to look forward to.
Going to mow tomorrow too? Going to mow me
Cut my grass probably about Wednesday, Thursday. Looking pretty good. Shout out to Scott's Turf, 3-in-1. No free shout outs, but that's some good stuff. It's making the yard look pretty nice.
Yep.
Pretty laid back, man. Pretty chill. The way I like it.
I would like to say, guys, this will be the last episode of season 3. We will
pretty crazy.
We'll be transitioning. This was kind of a shorter season due to basketball and stuff, but we will be transitioning into season 4. We're still kind of going over between the two of us how we're going to work season 4. We do have some spring football stuff going on now. Got some spring games next weekend. Been some stuff go on in football, college football this past week. We'll definitely talk about that. But yeah, we don't know really what our schedule is right now. We're going to try our best to stick to at least one episode a week.
One episode a week, so we're going to try to do. Yep.
We may get a weird feeling to us and drop 2. We might get back to 2, just depending on how our stuff's going.
2 will definitely return in the fall. Let's just go ahead.
Yeah, 2 will be back in the fall.
Football season, y'all know that's our thing. We'll be back. We got a bunch of games looking forward to.
Yeah, we're going to some games.
We want to sit down one weekend and plan our weekends, and then try to plan some other games, see if we can get some other ones into. So we'll do that before. We'll definitely announce those games and everything too. So definitely looking forward to the fall, but don't want to rush through the summer. Got a lot of stuff going on this summer too. So
and we will be taking a personal break at some point.
During the summer.
Might be 1 to 2 week break before us, just depending on how everything goes.
Got vacations and stuff coming up, so definitely just want to enjoy family time with that. But
we do. I want to say, I do appreciate everybody who has stuck with us this entire time. This has been this last year. I mean, this is about the time we kind of started talking. Hey, we're going to bring a podcast back last year.
Yep.
And from what we did last year to how this last couple seasons went with this podcast, it's been crazy. We gained, I think, 7 or 8 followers yesterday. We're up to 1,332, 33.
Somewhere in there.
Really gaining traction. Still people messaging us.
Awesome seeing traction when we're kind of in our slow period.
Had a poll yesterday. Had 100 votes yesterday. Had over 100 votes. Shout out
page,
to
very active, man. Appreciate that.
So we did get a badge on Facebook. We are a conversation starter.
Boom.
So Facebook's going to start promoting us more. We're having fun with it. We're going to see this year, 2025, rest of this year, I think we're going to see some big things with this podcast. We're going to take this thing as far as we can. But with that being said, we got an episode to get into here. And guys, since we were with you last, we crowned the national champion in basketball. We were going to talk about the Final Four, but y'all already know all that. Y'all know who won the national championship, but we got to talk about it. The national championship game was between the Florida Gators, 36. They finished 36-4 on the season versus the Houston Cougars. Castle, what was your take on the national championship?
Great game. I went back and watched I didn't, I had a lot of stuff going on, so I didn't get to fully watch the entire game, but I watched most of it, what I could, and I watched highlights. That last shot that I saw what you were talking about, it looked like he was going to get blocked. So I think that's why he pulled it back down, but he couldn't touch the ball because it was going to be a travel call on Houston. So, nothing you can really do there. It did look kind of like Houston kind of choked there right at the end. Mm-hmm. But I wouldn't say choked. They're playing a great team.
Oh, yeah.
The guy I talked about all year, talked about him at the beginning of the season, Walter Clayton Jr., balled out, showed up in the second half, it looks like. And, just Florida outplayed him in the second half, outscored him 37-32 to take the lead and win a national championship.
I mean, here's my thing just looking at it. I mean, I think Houston was one of the first teams I circled, and they really didn't let me down. I think they got upset the week I mentioned them, but they held strong. My big thing here is I don't remember the last time this season that Florida scored under 70. That speaks dividends here for Houston.
And they played Tennessee.
That Tennessee game, not the one in the Swamp, but the one at Knoxville.
Correct.
Yeah.
The one Swamp they put up like 100.
And I just think Kelvin Sampson, Houston, if they would have won this, they would have deserved it just as much as Florida.
Absolutely.
Kind of wish Houston would have won it. Sampson's one of them guys been around the block for a while, and I just like to see him get that title. But Houston's, they're going to be there. They'll be there next year. They're going to bring in the recruits. A lot of kids want to play for Kelvin Sampson.
Isn't Coach from Florida, isn't he the youngest to ever win it?
I believe so.
39?
He is the youngest. He started his coaching career 3 years ago under Bruce Pearl, and
That's awesome.
now he's won a national championship. So
I think he's 39. I might be wrong, but I think that's right.
Shire might be younger than him. But, I mean,
won the national championship.
Yeah, right.
Youngest to win a national championship. I think that's right. I think I saw that.
But as we say on this one, and we say it a lot, hats off to Houston on this one. Florida, I feel like, was the consensus. Everybody was looking out for Houston and looking out. Florida's going to win it. Florida's going to win it. I don't think many people.
Do we have Florida winning in the TTS bracket? Was that who we chose?
We had Duke winning 98-91 over Florida. We didn't. We had after a huge argument about Clemson.
Clemson.
We had Clemson upsetting Houston in the regional semifinals. So
gotcha.
In the Sweet 16. So
gotcha.
Good job, TTS. But before we get out of this, I want to also, Castle, if you don't care, who won the TTS bracket challenge? Who was the number one guy?
Up here, number one, we have Tyler Hess.
Who's that guy?
I don't know. I don't know, Mr. Hess. Congratulations, whoever you are. Hats off to you. I'm gonna keep saying that. Keep it going. Very own Tyler Hess was in 12th place. Is that right?
Yeah, had a big comeback there.
12th place, and last day he said if Florida ends up winning this, I'm going to be first. So came all the way back, roaring from 12th to first. But Chris Hagler, make sure I'm saying that right, will be getting the TTS shirt. So we sat with him at App State. Very nice guy.
Yes,
absolutely. He followed us, likes our stuff, entered the bracket. So we'll be sure to make sure to get all the information we need to send them that shirt. And I'll get Danielle on that shirt as well.
I do got his address and his shirt size.
Okay, you need to give me that.
I do want to say
don't shout out his address.
I'm not going to. The cool thing about Chris is, guys, this was our second road trip for us. We went to the Alabama-Tennessee game, and this one was the App State game. And, again, incredible time in App State.
Yeah.
But we got in our seats, and, me and Castle were sitting there, and we're like, well, we got to do some content while we're in the crowd. And, you kind of get nervous. You don't want to bother people that's around you or whatever. And Chris was beside us, and next thing you know, he was like, hey, I seen y'all from Tyler's Talking Sports. I seen your all's post on the App State page and everything. And it's like, yeah. And then he was just all about us. He's listened to us. So, Chris, we appreciate you being a fan of us and a listener. I'm pretty sure he listens pretty regularly as well.
Appreciate that, brother. Appreciate
comments on everything. So, yeah, we'll get your shirt made. It'll be sent to you. I got your shirt size. I got everything. Hopefully we get to see him when we head to App State during the Oregon State game.
Yeah, we'll be back. I'd like to maybe catch a couple games there if we can.
Hey, we can. And
the way things are going, with Tennessee, which I know we'll get into all that drama in a minute, I might just turn into an App State fan.
I mean, why not?
Why not? It's close. Why not? Yeah. Fun place. Great place to watch football.
But again, as a Georgia Bulldog fan.
I thought she's going to say a Gators fan.
As a Georgia Bulldog fan and you are a Tennessee Vols fan, hate to say it, but, congrats to Florida, but that's about as far as I'll get with it because.
Man, you got to give them the Gator, Chomp. That's the first one they've won since what, like 2009?
When they won back to back.
No. That would have been a little bit earlier. 08 maybe. 07, 08.
But, good for Florida. They'll probably be back again next year. There'll probably be another tournament team.
Is LJ Cryer, is he going to the draft for Houston?
Yes.
Okay, he's a stud.
Yeah, LJ Cryer, I think Sharp's going. I think they're losing a couple, but I think they got a good recruiting class coming in.
Sharp's really good.
Yeah.
He's a sharpshooter.
But we had some little baseball while we were gone. We did talk about the Vols. No hit takes A&M, then they dropped 2 against A&M. But since then, A&M has been beating the brakes off everybody, so A&M's finally getting their thing going. Mm-hmm. Georgia got swept on the road last 2 weekends ago against Texas. But as for this week, I know you all got a big series against Ole Miss. It's a
lost
split
series.
You did lose today. I didn't know if you lost.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if we lost today, but we lost yesterday.
Yeah, it was split 2-2. I mean, you had a game today.
Mm-hmm.
And we lost the first game to Arkansas. We won yesterday, and I think we won today. So we took the series against Arkansas. That was at Georgia.
Want to shout out to the Lady Vols in softball. They did beat Texas in the series at Texas.
They had I watched that game Friday night.
They beat Texas and Oklahoma both on the road.
Yeah, Texas beat the brakes off them on a Friday night. It was pretty rough.
I watched it last night. The game last night.
Yeah.
Girl pitching for Tennessee was on fire.
But yeah, it's we are going to tone back the baseball a little bit, guys, because it is really hard to keep up with everything. ETSU just swept Western Carolina. They're dominating here. They're one of our local schools. But we're going to focus more on our Vols, the Bulldogs, ETSU, App State. I think they took 1 out of 2 against Marshall this weekend. That series was in Marshall and Huntington. But again, we're going to tone it back a little bit on baseball because it is pretty hard to cover all 480 some teams that there are in D1 and all the conferences. And it's
Not
really
only that,
hard.
like we can't really watch every game. I mean,
Yeah.
we can't get access to every game.
It's hard. It's hard to even
Hard
get
to find
stats.
stats. I mean, you got to find it on Facebook. That's usually how I keep up with the Vols, unless I can get SEC
And
Network pulled up.
most of the games, even like the broadcast, they do it like you're doing right now. They're sitting at a desk at home with the TV because they don't even have room in the press box for the broadcast stuff. So it's really hard to keep up with that.
But we'll definitely do Omaha. That's one thing. I mean,
oh yeah, absolutely. We'll cover Omaha hard. Big shout out to local talent here, Matthew Buchanan. He has absolutely found his stride here at UVA. He has got 3 wins on the season. Has become a force in the back end of that bullpen. He changed his arm slot.
Saw that
over the offseason.
Yeah.
Pitching very, very well. He's became a perennial bullpen piece.
0.93 ERA?
Yeah,
something like that. Like very low.
3 wins on the season. He's doing very well. They're pitching him in big games, big moments.
He came in NC State. I saw that.
Came in against Stanford with the bases loaded and struck out the batter and got out of the inning. So good job there from Matthew. I'd like to try to maybe reach out to him at some point and get him on here, just talk to him about his career at UVA, talk about being a pioneer and what that was about to him here, and got some other talent out there. We got a kid at Tennessee Tech. We got Seth Buchanan at VMI. So we got some baseball people out there we might be able to reach out to and get them on here if our schedules permit it. But while we're on the baseball topic, just so we can get a little bit more information before we get into the big part of this show, I feel like this is where we're really going to start talking here in a minute. Castle's a Yankees fan. I'm a Braves fan. Just kind of want to go over the state of our teams. Castle, I'll let you go first. What about you, Yankees?
Yankees lost again today. Lost another series to the Giants.
Series, though.
Yeah, 5-4. They lost that one. So I think they're still first or second in division, but it's like they're right at 500. I think 8-7 maybe. Look that up. It's like something like that.
Start out hot though. Start off
really hot. Yeah, start off really hot. The whole submarine bats. We got into that. Torpedo bats. God. Submarine sidearms. What I was thinking of. Torpedo bats. That's obviously not a big deal.
To update you, Yankees are fall to 8-7 on the season. They're a half game back of Toronto.
Yeah, them and Toronto battling first right now. I mean, there's nobody in the AL East that I've seen like pop out. Like my, like they're all pretty even. I think that's a tough division, always is. I think the West Coast right now is your best division with the Padres, Dodgers. The
Padres are 12-3. The Giants are 11-4. The Dodgers are 11-5. But they also got beat 16-0 yesterday by the Cubs
against Chicago. Yeah,
but the Cubs did take a big hit today. They lost their ace, Justin Steele. He will undergo season-ending elbow surgery, so he is done for the year. So that's a big blow for the Chicago Cubs. So any of those Cubby fans out there, hate that for you guys. Also had today. This is Sunday, 4/13. Garrett Crochet had a no-hitter going through 8. Lost it for the Red Sox. Former Tennessee Vol. Go Vols. As far as my Braves.
How you feel about your Braves, man? Well, you're 4-10 still?
3-11, I think, now.
No, y'all won 4.
I think it's 3-11.
Y'all won 4. Make sure I'm right.
4-11 because we lost today.
Okay.
Took 2 out of 3 against the Phillies. Took 2 out of 3 against the Phillies, which felt really good. Had Sean Murphy come back, he's been a great piece of that lineup. Just can't hit the ball. Today we struggled. We were no hit through 5, and then we got within 1 run against the Rays, and then they hit a 3-run home run, and then they ended up winning 8-3 was the final in that game. But the Braves fall to 4-11, 5 games back of the Mets, who are only 9-5. Big thing for the Braves starting tomorrow. We have our series against Toronto, and Spencer Strider will make his MLB.
When's he starting?
He'll make his season debut. His last 3 appearances in AAA, he's had at least 10 strikeouts and only gave up 1 hit during rehab. So I feel like he's back to normal. Should get Acuna back by the end of the month. So there's some bright spots. We took 2 out of 3 against the Phillies.
That's good. Then, Phillies are tough.
Then we go to the Little League ballpark in Tampa because they got to play in the Steinbrenner Stadium. They got to play in Steinbrenner Stadium. They're not playing Tropicana because of Hurricane.
Oh, yeah, because of and they're not going to fix the roof, right?
They decided they did get approved by Tampa. They're going to pay $12.8 million to renovate the stadium. So,
oh, wow.
Don't think they'll play.
TTS visit?
Yeah, maybe. Be nice.
Speaking of, Hess is flying here soon, guys. How many weeks?
Yeah.
2 weeks?
2 weeks from today, I'll be back.
2 weeks from today, he'll be back, guys.
I'm leaving
Hess
on the
is flying
24th.
for the first time. He's flying out to Colorado, going to watch the Rockies, and who they playing?
The Reds.
Oh, the Rockies and the Reds. That'd be a good matchup.
Yep, and the weather. Actually, I kind of want to check that weather because there was some talks that it was going to be kind of cold, but it's been up in the 90s in Denver over the last little bit. So I would prefer it not be in the 90s because every time I've went on these baseball trips, it's been in the hundreds.
Hess and I joked about the flights, but if anything happens, guys, I'll be making sure to put out applications on the TTS page for a co-host.
Yeah, absolutely. 10-day, let's see. The day I get there at 60, Friday 63, 67 on Saturday.
Perfect.
So, yeah, perfect weather.
Perfect baseball weather.
Yep, and our game's on Friday, so it's a 63 that day, so that'd be great.
A daytime game or night game?
Excuse me, so sorry about that. Thank you. It is an evening game. It's a 4:30 first pitch.
Perfect.
So
that'd be beautiful.
Be a great evening. Excited to see the Rocky Mountains. We're going to go to a couple of the national parks out there. Also, we booked the Top Golf.
Top Golf, baby.
I get to drive.
You should have hollered at me. I got a gift card.
I ain't left yet.
Oh, that's true. I can give you my gift card.
The cool thing about that is, as most people know, but some people don't, Denver is a mile up, so the air's thinner. So my drive should be pretty
It's going to
nice.
be hitting over the fence.
I hope.
We want a video for TTS.
Oh, they will be videos posted for TTS. I'll get those to you for sure. So yeah, I got that going on. It's gonna be a fun trip. I'm excited about seeing Colorado.
Absolutely.
Going out west. Just hope for safe travels. That's the big thing. No flight delays. That will be a bummer, but yeah, leaving at 6.
Any problems?
Leaving at 6 a.m. on the 24th. I will be in Denver by 8 a.m. Rocky Mountain time.
Gotcha.
4-hour flight, but only 2-hour difference in time. As far as
Mountain time, baby.
Yep. It'll be 10 a.m. here, so
yeah,
I'll be there at 8 a.m. But anyway, it'll be fun. I'm excited about it.
Flying in reverse time.
Yeah, that'll be weird.
Getting time back.
Yeah, that'll be weird for a minute. my sleep's gonna be weird. Also, I didn't know that Denver's ranked number 9 in the country for crime. Excited about that.
Oh,
we are on the east side, so
what's number 1? Memphis. I bet Memphis is number 1 now.
Like Memphis, it's like Memphis, Boston, Chicago, West Side.
Figure Memphis and Chicago probably.
And
guys, we're getting way off topic here, but
one more thing about my
just
trip
curious. Fun fact: I think it's Memphis.
We are going to play. I don't know if you guys have seen them. There's these little mini Jesus figures.
Yes, I got one at the gym.
Okay, we're going to place those in random places where we go throughout Denver because Denver only has one church. They have eliminated all churches because of personal property tax. Because businesses are going in, but like there's one church that used to be a Catholic church. It's now a 24/7 gym facility because there's no personal property taxes on church buildings.
Hey,
so there's literally
I've
religion.
seen that. I've seen that gym. I've actually seen it. I've seen pictures of it.
Okay,
I'm about positive. If it's got the big cathedral,
it looks like a church.
Yes.
Yeah, they was like 100 and some churches in Denver, and now there's one. They've eliminated all religion pretty much.
If that's the same one that I've seen people post videos in, I guarantee it is.
But everywhere we go, we're going to post we're going to leave a little Jesus somewhere.
Leave a little Jesus for somebody.
Yep. That's right.
I like it. Yeah, there's a little Jesus at the gym. If you're out there, look at the mirrors in front of the dumbbells, and there's a little Jesus over to the left.
Yeah. Shout out Next Level Fitness. Appreciate everything they do for us here.
Great guys out there. They got a new piece of equipment coming, by the way.
I've heard that.
Yes. Can't announce yet what it is, but
can't wait to see it.
It's nice.
I heard it's going to be that big old torso stretcher.
They'll see. They shall see. They better like it. It was pretty penny.
Yep. But let's get into the big news here. This is probably what the episode's really going to focus on here. Had some drama down in Knoxville over the last couple of days. Started around Thursday, around 3:30ish. I think is kind of when it started making headlines. It started a little bit before that. As our head Tennessee Vol, what's your take on everything? Elaborate on everything that's went down in Knoxville. People maybe haven't caught wind of it.
Yep. So Nico first had, it came up contract negotiations. It's the link that you sent me. I like that hat, by the way. I got one over there. Came up contract negotiations. I told Hess, I was like, it's got to be like clickbait or something. They're just trying to get. I think it was On3. That was the first article that released it.
Yeah.
And then of course Bleacher Report picked it up right after, and everybody got notified on Bleacher Report. Didn't really think much of it then. I was like, they'll figure it out. Nico's, in my opinion, just from what we have saw and how much the fan base has backed him, his family. We just talked about the court case, last year. I think it was last year, right?
Yeah.
They backed that with the NCAA and they backed Nico. And they was giving this kid $2.4 million. They already paid him $2.4 million. Okay. So I was like, there's no reason. Like, I'm sure it's nothing crazy. Well, he went to a QB dinner as well Thursday night at Joey Hazel's house, who's the offensive coordinator and QB. He like handles QBs as well. But he had him, Merklinger, and McIntyre up at his house and took a picture with him and everything. So that's before Thursday night. So that was right before all that news really broke. Okay, didn't think nothing of it. I was like, everything's good. Start reading on. I was like, he's fine. Well, Friday, I think it got around. He didn't show up for practice Friday morning. That was a big deal. I started getting a little bit concerned. Then I started reading some more articles. They couldn't get contact with him. That's concerning.
Before you keep going, before that practice, I think it was Thursday night after the dinner, his dad tweeted to the guy from On who posted everything and said, everything's fine. None of this is true. This is not happening. There's no negotiations.
I forgot about his dad, yeah.
So then that kind of toned down.
Kind of threw it off, and I was like, okay. Yeah, I mean, I think I was like every other Tennessee fan. He's not going anywhere. This is his team. It's technically, he's learned the offense. This is technically his third year because he redshirted. Last year he was starting to, okay, this year should be his really good year. Like, we should see a good quarterback. He's experienced. He's played in the SEC. Hopefully we see some growth. And all we heard all season was how much growth he had, how much faster this offense is going to be coming into this year. Heard good things, right?
Yeah,
and I mean, I'm a fan of Nico. Was there glimpses last year? Yes, but you and I both talked. I think he finished 78th with offensive passing, somewhere in the 60s, maybe in QBR. It was middle of the pack. Okay, not worth $2.4 million last year. Let's just be honest, guys. He played great against mediocre mid teams, whatever you want to say. I mean, teams that they should dominate, he dominated. Teams that they should have at least played with, or he had a really good game, he did not perform. I think in the Arkansas game, I think he had 167 yards passing, no touchdowns, interception, something like it was terrible stats. And he ran the ball out of bounds on the last play. So let's not forget that too. We have that Nico as well. Do I think Nico has the tangibles to be great? Yes. I think it's there. He's got the height, he's got the speed, got the arm accuracy. It's all there, but can he put it on the field? I don't know. And I guess we won't find that out at Tennessee. But anyway, so Saturday rolls around, of course. Saturday morning, this past Saturday was the orange and white game, spring game. Hate that it's not televised anymore. I wish Michigan didn't screw that over with the recordings.
It wasn't Michigan that did that.
I thought for sure it was Michigan.
Colorado.
I thought it was part of that.
No, it was last year, Alabama, Tennessee, Ohio State, Georgia, and one more school got in trouble. Well, got rumored that they were tampering in spring games. They were watching the spring games and saying, hey, that player might do really well with their team. So they were calling these players at the spring game because of the transfer portal being open, trying to grab players.
I thought it was something to do with like playbook.
No,
I thought that's what you was meaning. Like,
nope, it was about tampering.
Sorry, Michigan fans. I just went straight to y'all because y'all are usually, the whole big Stallions thing.
They are one of the ones who canceled televised the spring. Alabama didn't even do a spring game. They did a 7-on-7.
I saw that too. Yeah. I like the spring game because that's usually where you can see. And I always used to watch it on YouTube, just like the day after, to see kind of what we got. Which again, it's pretty much like a practice. Let's just be honest. But you do get to see what you got. But anyway. So, of course, that news came out yesterday morning that Nico was transferring. Apparently, he wanted $4 million and a Bugatti, is what Hess was telling me.
And a Bugatti.
So, that's a little bold. I think Nico's 20 years old, 19, 20, something like that. But the problem with that is, I mean, you gave him $2.4 million. You backed him. The whole fan base was behind you.
The kids
looked up to you. You was our guy. Like, we's all, when you get Vol Nation behind you, it's like a storm, right? I mean, we're all for it, 100%. Everybody, even Vol Nation was like, he wasn't that good last year. But you ask any Vol fan if he wasn't leaving, we'd be like, oh, he's going to be great. Because we're going to back you.
Yeah.
It's what we do. Yeah. But that ship sailed, man. He's gone. And I'm happy for Josh Heupel. I like what Josh Heupel said. I'm glad they stood on business, Stood on business. Like, kid, you're not worth $4 million, let alone $2.4 million. Now, if Nico just balled out and 300, 400-yard passing games every game and just, like, unreal, like Heisman worthy, near the Heisman, in the Heisman race, might be worth $4 million. Like, maybe we'll try to do everything we can to keep you. Let's say you led him close to a national championship or got him to a national championship.
Yeah.
If it was him, just solely him, okay, let's see what we can do. But last year you had Dylan Sampson. That defense was really good. And that's really, like you said, that's really what got him there. Yep. Nico was a roller coaster last year, which he was. Well, he missed wide open passes.
you look at the Ohio State game, and I know Ohio State was playing out of their mind. This kid threw 31 passes in the Ohio State game and only barely got over 100 yards. You throw 31 passes with a hype that what we knew Nico, what the talent level was with Nico and that offense, he should have had more than 100 yards with 31 pass attempts.
I don't think he had a lot of help on the wide receiver core because he's beaten banged up as well.
But from what
not trying to use that as an excuse, but I'm just saying. I
want to say this too. I mean, I know you've gave a very unbiased opinion, but I mean, you're still a Vol at heart, so you know you're going to have that in there. I'm going to talk a little bit from the outside looking in.
Sure.
Even dating back to November, I think I even texted you or said something. You know, there's some rumors that things are going on with Nico, even after the NCAA case, that he wasn't happy. He didn't want to be there. I mean, you questioned the offensive play. We were kind of blaming Heupel, like, what's going on here? This isn't right. Read yesterday that a big-time Vol on the team that was leading the team, you mentioned him just a second ago, Dylan Sampson, caught wind of some stuff with Nico, and he was fed up with him. And apparently Nico was saying things in the locker room like, this is my team, let me do what I got to do. So Dylan Sampson during some games, and notably the Ohio State game, pretty much said,
probably the Ohio State.
Here's your shot, kid. Do what you got to do because this is your team. And he kind of like you see with a pitcher and a catcher sometimes. Get mad at the umpire, catcher lets one fly back and hit the umpire because of some calls. Not sure if there's any legitimacy to that, but that has been said.
Makes sense because we all said, where's Dylan Sampson? Because
there was some rumors that I've seen pop up with some of the sources that I follow with our TTS social media on Twitter. Nico was touring schools the week of the Ohio State game. He missed 2 meetings that week before the Ohio State game, was touring with his dad. His dad's been with him pretty much everywhere. There's also some stuff with the Arkansas game. His brother plays there. They're pretty happy with what his brother's getting at Arkansas, and I don't know how much his dad was in his ear, but there's some fishy stuff there as well. Looking back at it, it looks like there was a lot of drama with Nico. I don't think he ever bought in to being a Tennessee Vol. I think he went to a fan base, and don't take offense to this, any Vols nation out there, but I think he bought into a fan base that was desperate for winning, desperate for a quarterback. They got a taste of it with Hooker, and they seen what the hype was, the star rating, the .999 right behind Arch Manning. As far as some people had Nico even ranked higher than Arch coming in, and I think he took advantage of his team and a fan base and a school that was just desperately wanting to be a top dog in a tough conference in the SEC, national championships, and his family took advantage of that, made them fight the NCAA to change some stuff around that is now bit them in the hind end, and it will bite other schools in the hind end because I'm sure this won't be the first time. But I just I'm with you. I applaud Heupel for what he did. I applaud the Tennessee brass, the donors, for stepping up and saying, absolutely not. I applaud Dan Lanning. He had Nico on campus. Nico was on campus, and apparently he kind of showed up. There were some people under Lanning that knew he was coming, but Lanning didn't know. And before Lanning even talked to Nico, because he has talked with Oregon, he called Heupel and said, hey, why is your quarterback on campus? And Heupel had no clue about it, and then that's how it kind of got back to Tennessee. They tried to have 2 or 3 meetings with him prior to, or after him missing that practice, and that was kind of the last straw. That let them know where he stood, and I'll be honest with you, I think Heupel took the high road on this one and didn't really, and rightfully so, didn't say what actually happened. But from what I'm seeing, Nico hasn't even been in contact with Tennessee over the last 2 weeks. He hasn't spoken to Heupel, hasn't spoken to anybody other than the QB dinner. That's the only communication I think Tennessee's had with him pretty much all offseason. So this has been in the works for a while. It's sad. It's disappointing because of what could have been. Because, like you said, the talent's there.
It is.
He was with probably one of the best quarterback coaches in NCAA, Josh Heupel, and they built this team around him. They helped with the offensive line. They brought in some weapons for him this year, and he leaves them high and dry.
I really think he would have probably a great year. But we don't know this as fans and everything. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes in the locker room, all that stuff. So, and it's like I told you, I was reading about this analyst who wrote and said it was hard to get Nico to back his promises with the NIL, which is to do autographs, meet fans, take pictures, stuff like that. Like he would always be late to that, never wanted to show up.
He was
Like
also
that's not a leader on and off the field. You know, to be a quarterback in the SEC, a quarterback anywhere, you need to do it on and off the field.
I also read that his dad and other family members tried to keep him from doing the ball walk, but Heupel made that a mandatory thing. But he'd always show up late for that too.
That's terrible.
Um,
and see, all this don't get brought out until, you know.
The thing is, there was a lot of things being said last year. Like, I joked with you, the way his last name is.
Well, everybody joked last year. He's like, "I'm gonna leave you, Nico."
And I only see a lot of this because of our Tyler's Talking Sports Twitter,
right?
And a lot of it, a lot of the guys I follow, they're pretty dead on with stuff they hear. There's some, it's far fetched, but there was some stuff coming out of Tennessee from some of these lower tier. I would almost consider like Tyler's Talking Sports type podcast reporters for Tennessee that were saying they were hearing stuff on campus about Nico that it didn't look like he was part of that team. And it's sad because, I'm not a Tennessee fan, but I've been there and I've watched games there. I'm best friends with you. I know how passionate that fan base is. And if you're part of the Power T and you go out there and give your best effort, they're going to back you 100%, even if you are a terrible team. They're going to back you like they're winning the national championship every game. And I think he's screwed himself. I've seen stuff from plenty of NFL executives and NFL scouts that not only
bad, man. It's a bad look.
There's people now not wanting to even
mess
with him.
My thing is, how much do you have to have, man? You've done better than 95% of the U.S. population at your age.
Yeah.
You're a millionaire playing football at 19, 20 years old. Before he's even in the league, he was already a millionaire.
Yeah.
How much do you have to have, guys?
It's a disappointing thing. I think we'll see more of it. I don't think it'll be the last time we see anything.
No, this won't be the last of it. And until they can figure out something or do something on a cap or figure out a way to base it off performance or something along those lines, I think it's just going to get worse. Which we did see some other big players enter the transfer portal too over the weekend. We saw Auburn safety, Auburn safety play 22 games. Can't remember his name right off, but he did enter the transfer portal. And then Jackson from Florida State. Keep an eye on.
Some of this stuff, like Travion Jackson, they already announced that he wasn't going to be the starter at Florida State. They were going a different route with that anyway. The spring transfer portal is really not where you get your big names. It's the kids who they've been pretty much told by the coaches, hey, this is the route we're going. You have an option, now to transfer. We'd love to keep you, but if you feel like there's an opportunity somewhere else, we'll oblige. Like, this timing is not good for Tennessee. Now, granted, Tennessee could get greedy out there, and hey, they could throw money at somebody, and anybody right now can enter the transfer.
It just freed up some money,
but it's really hard at this point because you look, most teams already know who they're going with.
Yeah, you have to bring somebody in and try to learn the playbook and learn the offense.
Like that Auburn safety, yeah, he started 22 games, but they brought in a transfer safety, and then they got a 5-star right behind him. So his playing time was going to be a little limited. So he's got talent, why not try to go play somewhere where you're going to play every day?
Yeah.
Same with Travion Jackson. They were saying he was a little step behind from what they was wanting, and he feels a little entitled, so he's going to try to. But again, he might put his foot in the water and realize, hey, I need to stay a Seminole. So
let me ask you this: State of Tennessee, and of course, I'm going to give my response on this. How do you feel as an outsider, as a Georgia fan, with Tennessee going into this season? They got George McKinstry, or McIntyre, however you want to say it.
McIntyre.
4-star. And then they got Jake Merklinger, also a 4-star.
I think either way they go there, I think they have. Tennessee's a playoff team in my eyes. Either way, I don't really think it's going to matter because I really think. You look at what they did with a kid out of Michigan that came down that Michigan washed their hands with and said they didn't want nothing to do with him, and now this guy is the second highest paid backup in the NFL.
Dallas. Yeah, he's at Dallas. Yeah,
back to his hometown. What they did with Joe Milton shows that it really doesn't matter who the quarterback is. If you buy into the system and you buy into the coaching staff, Heupel's going to make you a good quarterback. And Milton showed flashes. What Milton did at Tennessee compared to what he did at Michigan, you could tell that there was some development there, and that's what got him drafted in the second round of the NFL.
Yeah.
I think these kids that are behind it, you mentioned this a little bit, they're 4-stars. They knew Nico was going to be there for this year and probably next.
I would say this year at least. I say next year he's going to draft.
Well, he would have to play. He can't leave till after your junior year in college football. You have to play 3 years. Yeah. So,
never mind.
Unless
I think he would have had a challenge, though, out of the Faison kid. I think that's going to be a challenge.
Again, you can't
I know.
You can't really look at that either. I mean, you talked about it here. The class that Nico was in, the only one that hasn't transferred is Arch Manning.
6 out of 7 have transferred,
and the rest of them haven't even. They've got a combined 3 starts between the rest of them outside of Nico.
Yeah,
and
well, let's
nowadays,
just be honest. I mean, you said something very good. I mean, backup quarterback won Georgia 2 national championships.
A walk-on backup quarterback.
Yeah.
So it's all about buying into the system and believing in your coaches and letting them be the people who guide you. And I just don't think Nico had that. I think Nico came in and was like, hey, I'm bigger than Peyton Manning. I'm bigger than Tennessee. I'm bigger than what they've ever had here. And I'm going to show them how it's done. And it didn't show out on the field. And I think his family and him in particular, because I know your family's there. I'm going to listen to my family as well. But at the end of the day, you're a 19, 20-year-old guy. You're at college. You're on your own. You're starting to grow up. It's time to make your own decisions. And if he's going to act like that to a team that believed in him and did everything that they did for him,
what's he going to do somewhere else?
I honestly, I think you'll hear about Nico when he transfers. But I really look at him like the UCLA quarterback. That was the 5-star transferred to Oregon. And then transferred. Yeah, Moore, he transferred somewhere else. So I think he's going to his 3rd. I mean, I think you're going to see him. He'll probably start week 1, but I wouldn't be surprised if you don't see him on the bench and trying to transfer again by week 5. I mean, Nico, the talent's there, but the head's not there. And it's sad to say that.
It is sad.
But, I mean, if it was my son and he was playing at Tennessee.
Making $2 million?
Hey,
I tell him, be happy. Suck it up.
Yeah, dude, work at it.
Be part of the team.
Earn it. Show them why they're paying you that money. Don't go out there and act like you're bigger than the team.
And I guess that's why I have so much uncertainty. Just because I haven't seen Merklinger, McIntyre, or McKinney.
Yeah.
McIntyre? Yeah. His name's spelled weird.
Yeah,
I guess that's where my uncertainty is. I would love to see them go into the transfer portal just to get it. You have to have another quarterback because you need 3 just to have competition.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens. I do think Jackson's on that list, if I had to guess. I know Lagway has been mentioned from Florida. I've seen a couple articles on that.
I was joking about Lagway.
No, I have seen a couple articles on it. And then Arch Manning's definitely not going anywhere. So I know there's been a couple Manning people that have said, come on home, Arch, but he's starting quarterback at Texas. I don't see why he would leave.
Oh, yeah, he's not going anywhere.
Yeah, he's not going nowhere. We'll see what happens. I mean, it's late, but there's still time. I mean, if you did bring in somebody, maybe you could have a little bit more competition in that quarterback room going into the season. But it's not panic time yet if you're a Vols fan. Last year, again, like I said, it wasn't just Nico. That's not the reason we made it to where we did. We got there on, team effort. Takes 11, as they say. Takes 11 on offense, 11 on defense. So one player can't do it all. So we'll see what happens.
I'm looking.
Worst case, they got Star. What's his face? Star Johnson, whatever his last name is. His first name's Star. Star Dallas.
Your backup from last year still doesn't have a team.
Backup from last year.
Yeah, the guy who came in for Nico when he had his head injuries and stuff. That played during the Alabama game when you were down there. Your all's backup quarterback from last year.
Moore. Is that you're talking
about? He still hasn't got a team yet. By the way, we were wrong. It's not Travion Jackson. It's Trevor Jackson.
Sorry.
Trevor Jackson. Trever. Right now, it's leaning crystal ball saying Ole Miss. Not much else outside of that.
Okay. Just curious.
Oh,
Just
no.
keep an eye on it.
Oh, no. My headset has died.
Oh, no.
This is not good.
Can't hear me.
I can't hear a thing.
You got a charger?
Hold on. See what I got here.
Hess got to come prepared, guys. It is what it is. Talk about all this Nico drama. Poor old Hess got to come prepared. Right now, I'm going to go over the Masters, why he's getting that, because we're going to talk about the Masters next. It's ongoing right now, day 4, final day. Right now, surprisingly, it was McIlroy up to 14 under, but he's falling apart here on the back 9. He is now 10 under, and Justin Rose actually has the lead at 11 under. That came out of nowhere.
I'm back.
Big switch. I just told the viewers or listeners that the Masters is ongoing right now. Is a big switch up. McIlroy was dominating. He was 14 under when we started this. He is now 10 under and in second.
Yeah, Justin Rose just took the lead
Blowing
there.
Up. Justin Rose led day 1 and 2.
Yeah.
So
also, we have a local race NASCAR right now going on at Bristol Motor Speedway, and we do have a winner. Kyle Larson has won the race. They only had 3 cautions, 1 for accident and 2 for stage breaks. Larson led over 400 laps in this race. Kyle Larson first, Denny Hamlin second, Ty Gibbs third, Chase Briscoe fourth, Ryan Blaney fifth, William Byron sixth, Ross Chastain seventh, Christopher Bell eighth, AJ Allmendinger ninth, and to round out your top 10, Austin Dillon.
Austin Dillon with the top 10 finish. Wow.
Yep. For your Chase Elliott fans, he finished 15th, Kyle Busch 14th, Bubba Wallace 19th, Ryan Preece 20th. Yep.
My boy Byron finished top 10 almost every race, ain't he?
Yeah, he's been very consistent. Won Daytona 500. He's been up there.
Top 10 every race almost, I think.
Yep.
Other than one race, I think he had one. There was one race he got wrecked.
Yeah, Atlanta.
Is that like the third race or something like that?
Yep.
Third or fourth race?
Yep.
Yeah, old Bristol, man. Bristol's just not what it used to be. That's sad.
Nope, it is.
I missed all the wrecks and stuff. I understand for safety, but the wrecks is why everybody went there.
It's the car. And when they changed that track to get multiple grooves back in 2008, they changed it. They grinded it. Yep, they ruined the track.
Ruined the track, guys.
But speaking of NASCAR, next week they go to Talladega. So,
Talladega.
That's always a good one no matter how the track is. It's either a wreck fest or a shootout to the end, so that'll be a good race. But yeah.
Did you watch any of the UFC fight last night?
I did not. My butt was in bed.
Won, man. That was a big upset. Big win. He beat Michael Chandler.
Seen that.
I watched it. I watched the end of it. It was a good fight.
Did you pay for it?
No. I watched it today. But,
well.
3 rounds.
I was about to say, you didn't invite me up. You paid for it?
I might pay for Patty. We'll see.
Yeah.
It's interesting. It's a good fight.
Yeah. I did see there's a lot of celebrities there. I did see Zac Efron was there. He had a very shocked look on his face when they declared the winner.
Portnoy was there again.
Yeah, Portnoy was there. Trump was there.
Mm-hmm. Elon Musk, the whole crew. They were all there.
Yep.
Joe Rogan was there for some reason.
Oh. Joe Rogan.
Announcing for some reason.
Yeah, who knows?
I think that guy does a podcast, guys, in case you want to watch it.
He might. We're trying to get on there. He's got us on the wait list.
Yeah, we're on the wait list on that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Anything else, Hess, to wrap up season 3?
But that's all I got. Again, incredible season. These last 2 seasons, season 2, season 3, have been absolutely amazing. Again, guys, we're kind of working on the structure going into season 4. We will plan to drop another episode next Monday before I leave for Colorado, if everything works out and everything. But keep following our socials. We're going to keep up on that. I'll be working on those, keeping that stuff at least updated, even on the weeks where we may not get an episode out. Our socials will still be live and still be popping. So follow us there. We want to be your go-to for sports news. Not so much even just focus with college, but big things that happen. We're going to try to be the people that you go to instead of ESPN Bleacher Report. Granted, we don't have an app, so you're going to beat us to it a little bit if you get a notification, but we'll give you more in-depth on our socials as far as the breaking news that's going on in the sports world. Season 4 is going to be electric. It's going to be fun. College football's ramping up. We got, like I said, more spring games coming, probably some more drama with transfer portal. We'll keep tabs on the Nico stuff, where he ends up, what Tennessee does as quarterback. They may stay where they're at. They may go find them somebody, just kind of fill a void. Going to be interesting. But, guys, again, thank you all for everything. It's been awesome. I'm excited for everything, and I'm happy with where the podcast is at right now.
Absolutely.
All right, man.
Nothing else to add to that. Absolutely.
Absolutely. That's all he's got, guys. I hope you all have a wonderful week. Everybody stay safe out there. Be nice to people. Give them a smile and tiny kisses and big hugs.
Go Vols.